Hello and welcome. So these have just arrived through the post today, and I ordered these about 5 days ago. So with the weekend in the way, it's not too bad. I've got here. Although the delivery was a little on the late side, but that's not exactly the supplier's fault. But anyway, they're here now at long last, and what I ordered was some budget pens, and these are budget fountains. These are budget LAMY knockoffs, I'm going to call them. I also took the opportunity to, while I was doing the order, get myself a proper case to put my pens in. It looks bigger than advertised, so it'd be interesting to have a little unboxing of that and see what that looks like shortly. But here they are. So this is the pack here with the pens in them. It was advertised as a pack of 3 with 50 ink cartridges. So that leaves me now well stocked up for the other pens that I've got lying around the house, because they're just standard inks, which is good for that. And this one here is a small 20ml bottle of ink. So let me open this up first, and I thought I'd try out some different inks this time around, because I've been shopping around, and as much as I love the variety of colours, it's difficult knowing what type of ink to get for your pen. And I know the budget ones really don't like the more sort of the more expensive ones. But anyway, so I opted for this 20ml bottle of, let me just get that into focus for you, Smile. I'm just going to call it Smile, because I think that's probably how it would be pronounced anyway. So it's a nice 20ml bottle of, I think that's royal blue actually. So I did expect the, well, there probably is 20ml in there, but I did expect it to be pretty much a full bottle. But anyway, now I see this, I can tell that probably I might have a bit of difficulty getting the pen in there to suck up the ink there, but we'll give it a try in a while. So I'll just lay that next to my LAMY Safari there. So let's have a look now at the main package, and yeah, this one should have the 3 pens. It's well packaged, I will say. I've got these off of TikTok, believe it or not, TikTok shop. Right, here they are. So these are the pens, and it comes in a pack of 3. And as you can quite clearly see, they are LAMY Safari knockoffs. Which now makes me think, actually, when you shop around and you can see that you've got these actually on offer to you, whether or not it's just a standard design that LAMY use, and they just charge you extra for the inks and stuff. Anyway, what else is in this? This should be the cartridges now. Yep, there we go. So there's a pack of 50 black inks there. Just open these up. I'll just get one of them out actually. Again, that's well packaged. And one. Where's the hole? Okay, so this is the standard cartridge. So how does that compare with a LAMY cartridge? Well, I would say if you have a look at the LAMY box, that they should come out pretty much near the same size. These are new LAMY cartridges I got the other day when I was in my stationery shop. Comes in a pack of 5. These are the standard T10s. Nice purple colour, this one. And I thought as I got the 3 pens, I'll try out these new inks here and see how they compare with the Safari. Come out there. We'll do a size comparison. Ooh, that's nice. So put the two side by side, and you can pretty much see that they are nearly the same size. So you get a little bit extra ink out of the LAMY one there. So we'll put the LAMY one down to one side for the moment. Now, as I understand it, these are either going to be blank or they will come with a converter. I think they might actually just be an empty shell. But not to worry, because if that's the case, then I will use one of the LAMY cartridges there. Aha, right. So already I can see a difference. So if you remember from my last video I showed, the LAMY, when you put the cartridges in, when you put the converters in, it's got 4 slots. It's got 2 smaller slots where you can notch a converter in, and it's got the larger one here which enables the window to fully show you how much ink is left in the cartridge there. So I've just unscrewed that without taking it out. Let's take a look at the nib. And we've got an extra fine. Now this is perfect because I was looking to invest in an extra fine. So all I'm finding of late with any kind of gel pen that I'm using, I tend to write better when I use the 0.3 nibs, 0.3mm nibs. And the 0.5s are pretty good, but the 0.5s come out, I suppose, in the LAMY's term, will come out as fine, and the 0.7s come out as mediums. Right, so I just put the other two to one side for the moment, and here we have this one here using the fine. So I'm not going to put the black cartridge in, but just to show that that would just normally just slot straight in, and then you can start writing with black. Now the reason I chose black ink in the first place is because, one, it's a nice white pen, but it's got this black O-ring on it, so that will help me identify that this pen writes in black. Again, beautifully made. You can quite clearly see though it's of budget variety if you compare that to the LAMY. The LAMY's got more of a shiny texture to it. The lids, obviously the LAMY's got the crosshead screw in it, but I think from a diameter perspective, this budget pen and the LAMY pretty much are identical. The clip, let's take a look at the clip. You can see size wise, again, identical. From the side view, again, I can't see any differences between these two here. The only thing missing from this, of course, is any logo. So this is just your standard plastic shell here. Right, so looking at my LAMY, so my LAMY here has got my medium nib on there, and as I did in my previous video, I filled up a converter. So I'm going to empty this converter a bit later on and try out what this this nice royal blue smiley looks like, because it's a lot lighter than the standard royal blue that you get. So in terms of this pen here, I'm going to insert, or try to insert, a LAMY cartridge, because if you have a look at how these two compare, there you go. So you've got the arch You can see it's slightly narrower on the LAMY and it's slightly wider here on the budget one. Again, doesn't have the smaller notches to be able to put the converter in. So let's try it with a LAMY cartridge. So if you can just about see inside there, there's no real difference between how it takes the ink in. So should take a LAMY cartridge, because if you look at how they're designed, they're both the same. So it should take it fine. But if I have any trouble, then I will give it a wash and I will put the black in there. So let's push a LAMY cartridge in. I'm not going to push it because I should be able to screw it and hear it click. So I'm just going to rest it in there like so, and then I'm going to screw this in. 1, 2, 3 and a half. I think that's nearly 4 turns. And I haven't heard it click. So already there's a difference between that and the LAMY. So that's quite loose still. So that hasn't actually broken itself in. So that's one I will actually need to push quite hard. Did you hear that? That clicked in nicely. I'll give it a couple of twists to make sure that's actually gone in. Leave it upside down so it starts to flow through. The ink has already started making its way through the cartridge. And we give that a go. So we go, put it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. And that's in. And here now you can see the view of the cartridge. So when it starts to run out, I should be able to notice how much ink is left in there. And I can just about under the light see that that is a nice purple colour. You probably can't see that on camera, but I can see it here with my naked eye. So let's now get a piece of paper. I'll just put the lid back on the LAMY. So here we have a budget fountain pen, a LAMY knockoff from TikTok Shop, pack of 3. And a LAMY cartridge. So let's give it the right test. So let's see now. I've just got to try first of all to convince it to bring through the ink. So that will take a little while for it to come through. Give that a twist and a turn. This is why I prefer to use a converter, because that way I can push the ink through, and if I use the bottles then I'll be able to obviously pull the ink back up through the nib. What I might need to do is give it a bit of a squeeze to give it a head start. There we go, giving it 3 gentle squeezes. So hopefully that now should start to come through. Right, so with any new cartridge you put in that's completely dry, it will take some time to come through. Already I'm 1 minute into this, so I wonder how long it actually will take. But this is a completely new, clean pen and cartridge. So if I was using this cartridge and it started to run out and I replaced it with the same cartridge, then I shouldn't have any issues here. Okay, so the ink is not yet coming through. Someone did tell me once though that if you leave the pen upright for about 5 or 10 minutes, then it should gravity should take hold and push the ink through. Now I'm just gently pressing on that fine nib. Yeah, let's give it another squeeze. Well, the ink must be going through because I can see now that that's used a tiny drop of ink there. It must be going through. Let me give it another squeeze. 1, 2, 3. It's got to be coming through by now. Okay, I'm just going to pause here for a moment so you don't have to keep seeing me do this, but I am timing this, so I'll tell you exactly how long it takes before that ink comes through the nib. The ink is going in because I can see this reducing down. I know it's going in. Yeah, I can see it coming through now. Can you see that on the nib? Don't know if you can or not. I'm just focusing a bit. Can you see that? There it is. There's a drop of ink now on that nib. So it is coming through. So gravity is now taking hold. So let me just get a piece of tissue because I think I've now pushed it so hard. That I might cause a bit of a leak. But let's see. Yeah, that's coming through now. That's bleeding very nicely now. Yep, there we go. So with any luck, I should actually now be ready to write with this. If I just hold it up right now, you can see there's a bit of a gap in the cartridge, which means there is now some ink in that nib. Right, here we go. I should now, with any luck, yep, so there it is on the reverse. So I am writing in reverse. Okay. Now let's see if I can write. Yes, there it is. I am writing in the correct way. Let's give this a test. It's a beautiful colour. Thank you, LAMY. This pen is good. You see that? Right, let's give it the cursive test. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. There we go. So I'm hearing slight scratching, but I mean that's because I've got an extra fine nib on this one. But already I am noticing a difference in my handwriting. So let me just bring out the LAMY. Oh, that click, listen to that. And again, there you go. Listen to the LAMY. The LAMY doesn't make such a loud click. There, see? Yeah. Anyway, let's do the same with the LAMY. This is using the medium tip. So again, let's do some cursive. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, QRSTUVWXYZ. So I don't know if you can see that using this medium tip on the LAMY, that the ink has come out a lot wetter and obviously a lot deeper in that. So already I'm quite impressed with this one. So let me just try writing properly. So today's date is Monday, May 12th. So let me just write that in here. Today is Monday, 12th May 2025. Now this is my normal handwriting. And I've always written nicely, nice and neat when I write cursively in an italic way. When I try and write straight, I always have to have my notebook at a slight angle. So I'm basically writing this now at, I'll say, a 40-degree angle. So yeah, if I just zoom in a little bit here, bring you back up here. Oh, good job that lid was on. Now let me try writing straight. This already feels comfortable. It does still feel like a LAMY. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Let's see if I can write my name nice and neatly. Oh yes, that's nice. That is nice. Yeah. So just a note, put a lid back on there. Just a note, I'm using just a standard notepad here. And it's very fine recycled paper. And when I look at the back of the paper, I can't see any bleed through. You can see the writing just about, but there's no bleed through. I'm impressed. Now that's been on the paper for a few seconds. Let me just give that a bit of a wipe. And look, nothing is smudging. So let me now just write something fresh and give it the smudge test. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now I give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that was 3 seconds. And this was 5 seconds. Now, if I do one with 8 seconds on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No smudge. Really good. So, should we try one with the black ink? And by the way, the cartridges I did pay extra for, but I only paid about £1 for the pack of 50, so that was really, really good bargain for that. Let me just see. Now, where did I? There it is. So it's okay. I'll just give it a. Make sure all that black ink goes down to the bottom. So there is a bit of an air bubble. You can see in that one now. So let's just see now. I'll just push that in now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. I just heard that break. Oh, I heard it break. Doesn't look like it broke. Hang on, might have to give it a bit of a harder. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I can hear the ball going around inside. That's definitely popped now. Right, so incidentally, oh, this one's got a bit of a tighter screw on this one now. So incidentally, the last one, when I said I was going to pause and see how long that ink took to come through, that was about 3 minutes before I managed to get that finally coming through. Oh, this one comes through straight away. Look at this one, straight away. Look at that. So I don't know why the LAMY took a while to come through. That's coming through straight away. Nice. Nice work. Okay, so let's try this one. This is my writing using a LAMY Safari budget knockoff. Very nice. Now let me try and write that cursively. Today is Monday, 12th of May, 2025. Nice. Ooh, that was quicker. Let's do the smudge test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a little bit. So I'm going to say, probably in terms of smudgeness, this cartridge here is possibly about 10 seconds before it's fully dry. But that might be just down to the quality of the ink in there. So that's not too bad, actually. That's really good, that. So I'm really pleased with it, actually. I'm really pleased. So I'm going to leave this one here with the black cartridge in it. I'm noticing the screw's slightly off there. So let me... why has the cartridge come out? Whoops. We'll have to watch this one. So maybe if I'm using not this cartridge, but a normal ink cartridge, I think it's probably to do with the stiffness around here, because I did feel some slight stiffness as I was screwing it up. So let me just get that lined up properly here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's screwed tight. Actually, that's better. That's much better. I'm going to say that's 10 seconds. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's definitely right on 10 seconds. There we go. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with my purchase here. So I got these off TikTok shop, and I think I paid about £3.60 for that. I forget how much I paid actually now, kind of think of it. And again, I paid about £1 for a pack of 50 cartridges. So that'll keep me going for a while. And this Smiley ink cost me about £3.60. So I will obviously detail what I've purchased here in the description below. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm going to go away and give these a go. Give them a play. Use them as my everyday user. Give that a go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on this unboxing. And I'll see you again in another video.